Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rob Wells Music Talk. I'm happy that you're here. Thanks for coming back to check this page out. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite virtual instruments. This is going to be a multi-part series. Today is going to focus just on pianos. And I have a few pianos that I use a lot. I'm always experimenting with pianos. Piano is my first instrument. It's what I've been playing since I was a baby, pretty much. And I've just spent my life around a lot of great pianos. Some uprights, some grands, everything else in between. Some terrible pianos. When you really start playing a piano that feels amazing, that sounds amazing, and is great to just touch the feel of it, the overall sound, the warmth, the resonance, all of that, there's no better feeling, at least for me. And I have found that in a few virtual instruments. And so I'd love to share with you what some of my favorite go-to pianos are today. And I hope you'll stick around for the rest of the series when it gets released, because I'll be covering lots of different things, not just pianos, but we'll be getting into guitars, we'll be getting into drums, we'll be getting into orchestral, we'll be getting into synths, all sorts of things, and should be a lot of fun, and hopefully it's going to help your productions out as well. So the first piano that I would like to talk about is this one right here, the Steinway Walnut Grande from the company Imperfect Samples. I can't say enough about this piano. This is my number one piano coming in right at the very beginning. I use this piano on almost 95% of all that I do. It's just fantastic. I've never heard a better sounding piano that's been recorded. And is it perfect? No, it's imperfect. And that's why the company's called Imperfect Samples. It's really easy, loads up in Contact. It has all of these different samples per note that have just been recorded, and it's been recorded from a couple of different mic placements. So I've got the player mic loaded up and the close mic loaded up as well. So two different mics, and you can play with the levels, you can play with the panning, you can add all sorts of different effects on here, but I'm just going to play it just bare so that you can hear how it sounds just on its own without any effects on there whatsoever. That's so nice. I love it. I sit here and play this piano a lot and look out this window and just imagine and come up with all sorts of great melodies, great chord arrangements, just because I'm so inspired whenever I play this piano right here. So that's definitely my number one piano, Steinway Walnut Grande by Imperfect Samples. I highly recommend that you go through and try all the different variables of this. It's also not that expensive. It's really affordable. It's well worth the money that you get this and start using it in your own productions. Coming in at number 2 is this piano right here, also by Imperfect Samples. This is the White Baby Grande, the White Baby Grande piano from Imperfect Samples. Again, just recorded so beautifully. It's a different piano. It's a grand piano, but it just cuts through beautifully. It adds all sorts of mystery to your productions. It just feels great when I play this. And again, just recorded beautifully. It's a little beaten up just because I love it. It just makes it feel a little bit more real rather than being so pristine and perfect. So there's, a little bit of things that are slightly out of tune, but all in all, it's a great, great sounding piano. We're going to check it out and we're going to see how it sounds. All those nice textures in there when the note ends up, coming off, leaving the note. It just sounds incredible. Just the ringing out and hearing how it all blends together is just so perfect. While it's called Imperfect Samples. Listen to that. So good. So good. Yep, I've used that in, again, tons and tons of recordings. I use the Steinway Walnut Grand a lot more, but this is definitely my second favorite. It's a choice between one or the other. And the other pianos that I'm going to show you are ones where I go from time to time when I want a little bit more character in there. My third most favorite piano is this one, also from Imperfect Samples. Imperfect Samples for the win. I can't recommend them enough. This one, I'm going to make a terrible pronunciation of this word, but it is the Braunschweig piano. It's an upright piano. My German friends, please help me out with that pronunciation. This I've used many, many times. I have a song with an artist named Ish that is called Rollin', and you can hear this piano used extensively throughout that song. But this is a great upright that, again, has been through a couple of world wars, possibly. It's definitely got a lot of character to it. It's got a lot of things that are imperfect, which just make it sound like the realest, most amazing upright piano that you've ever heard. Let's check it out. Also running on Contact. Yeah, just amazing. It's incredible how it feels when you load up a piano like that, or like the Steinway Walnut Grand or the White Baby Grand, and you're using a small keyboard controller, and maybe you're traveling somewhere, but you just have access to these great sounds. It's so much better than lugging around all of these pianos with you. Good luck to that. It just sounds great. It cuts through in demos. It really makes these sounds just really pop out. So I would highly recommend those three pianos. All of their pianos are incredible. They have another upright that's really, really beat up. And that one's more experimental. Maybe you'd use that in a horror movie soundtrack or something like that. But they've got a Fazioli that is a great great grand piano as well. Just check out their entire catalog. A great company that makes amazing pianos. That's just really all that they do. So once again, Imperfect Samples running on Contact. Here comes my next favorite piano. This is coming in at number 4. This is Piano Tech by Modart. And this piano blows me away for the fact that it's such a tiny application and doesn't really eat up a lot of your memory on your computer. So if you have a computer that's a little bit older or maybe not as robust as what others would have, this is a great piano that just loads up really fast, sounds great right away, and doesn't eat up much of your memory. And the reason why, from what I understand, is that it's not really using samples. It's generating the sound on the fly. So it's synthesizing the sound of the piano, and what I've heard is that it does other things as well. For example, like if you're playing a real piano and you play one note and you hold it down and then you play another note, those two strings will vibrate off each other. And from what I understand, Piano Tech kind of does this as well, through generating these sounds on the fly. So you get great sounding pianos, and there's so many pianos that it has. So like this is just an example of all the different pianos that are over here on this side right here. You can take a look. There's a lot of grand pianos. There's some uprights. Then it starts getting into vibraphones and clavinets and glockenspiel, toy piano, marimba, like all of these different sounding instruments are there. And then once you click on the one that you want, you can go and load up all the different settings for that particular instrument that you want. So different mic placements, different reverb levels, all of that. So yeah, I'm just going to play a little bit. I'll just choose the Grand Steinway, or let's take the Grand, another German word. Here we go. This is the Steingraber. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing that the right way. So let's just go to Steingraber Bright. There we go. And all sorts of different variables that you can play with in here as well, with volume dynamics, action, mallet bounce, equalizer, effects, all of that. And again, a really, really tiny, small application that doesn't eat up a lot of memory. Let's have a listen. Not bad at all for a very tiny instrument that loads up and doesn't eat up all your memory, and you can load up other virtual instruments around that, and it's not like you can only load that one up at a time. You can load up multiple versions of this, and it sounds great. I'm really not diving into too much in these pianos, but just to show you my favorites, and I welcome you to go and check them out and see how they can serve you on your productions. I also just want to say I'm not the world's best pianist, as I'm sure you can tell, but I can play enough to get my ideas out and get my productions sounding the way that I want them to sound. But yeah, I'm no virtuoso. So if you came here looking for flashy piano playing, that's not going to come from me at all. But I hope you're enjoying this video and the information that's contained within. All right, coming in at number 5, we have Ashlight. And Ashlight is a great synth that is included in the Native Instruments bundle. You can buy it on its own, and it runs through Contact. But Ashlight is just great for pianos with sound design. And if you're looking for inspiration for movie soundtracks, or something that's a little bit more moody, or just moments in your song that just require that little bit of extra oomph, this thing is great. I'm just going to play one of the sounds that I love. That's called Grand Clouds. And that is, again, in Ashlight, which is by Native Instruments. That's just one note. Two notes. I have my sustain pedal held down, and it's just running through this cool voicing that I've played. Not bad. That's one sound. That's one sound out of many out of hundreds that are in Ashlight, and they all sound really cool, and it just sounds great right out of the box. You can go in and you can manipulate all of these sounds. You can change the grain, you can change the sample, and start adding effects, and just really get it dialed into exactly what it is that you're looking for. So I hope you like that one. That's Ashlight by Native Instruments, running on Contact. All right, coming in at number 6, we have Hammers and Waves by Skybox Audio. Also Native Instruments, running on Contact. Everything here is pretty much running on Contact, except for a couple of them, maybe, possibly. This one here is incredible. I'm using the Relic upright from Hammers and Waves, and it's got so many different variables that you can do. So you can load just like the basic piano, but I love to go in and play with the presets a little bit. And it's a piano plus more. So you get just, again, inspiration when you can just play one single note. So for example, this is the Relic upright. This is another upright that feels like it's been beaten up a little bit, but now this has this plugin on it called Ethereal Beauty. It's using all different settings. It's got fractals, it's got swarm, it's got space, it's got modulation on there, but just check this out. And you can, again, go into all of these things and start adjusting how they sound. It's kind of a cool little song. I just made that up, but just, yeah, you see, like, that's how it works. You get inspired by these sounds. You start playing something and then you think, oh, that could be really cool like this. And then all of a sudden you're onto a song. So just using these pianos and then using their settings, all the different settings that they have are great ways to get inspiration for coming up with a song and seeing how it makes you feel. And then the next thing you know, you're writing lyrics and you're writing melodies and you're off to the races. So yeah, I'm barely showing you anything about this piano, but I definitely suggest that you check it out for yourself. It has the Relic upright, it has another upright, and then it has the beautiful grand piano as well, with all of these variables. So you can go in and you can choose all of these different tags that you want. So I just literally just went in and tagged wet, and all these different sounds that have the tag wet in it came up, and just chose Ethereal Beauty, and I was good to go. So I welcome you to go and check that out and see how it inspires you. All right, coming in at number 7, we have from Universal Audio. This is the piano called Ravel or Ravel. I'm not sure what the pronunciation of that is, but let me know in the comments if you will. I love this piano for just its simplicity and how beautiful it sounds. It sounds so good, so natural, really basic controls that are on here, a couple of different mic placements that are in there, close and room mics. You can add different tone, you can change the volume, you can add like a reverse feature, so when you play a note it plays, but then also a reverse sound comes in, so adding a little bit of cool dynamics. But I just love the fact that you can load this and it just sounds great right away. I will say that this piano is a memory hog, and you better be careful with how many virtual instruments you have going if you load this one, unless you have a smokingly fast computer. This is just, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and that's the reason why it is such a memory hog, but it just sounds phenomenal. Sounds so good. Let's have a listen. So I actually just started playing this on my laptop, and the notes are cutting out like crazy, so you need a really good computer in order to run this. I've used this on other computers that are more powerful and it plays beautifully. But on this little laptop, I can't really show you. Just, you'll have to trust me. You'll have to download it and try it for yourself, because I can't show it to you without the notes cutting off on here. All right, the last thing that I want to show you here is a website that is called Piano Book. And Piano Book is really cool. They have all sorts of different instruments that have been uploaded here, and it's all uploaded by people around the world that have gone and recorded their own pianos. So I have gone into pianobook.co.uk and just gone to sample packs, clicked on pianos, and up pops all of these different pianos that are here. And I think that these are more just sort of like the most recent ones that have been loaded up. However, you can go here and change it, sort by date. You can go to most downloaded, and let's see what's here. There we go. There's a ton here that have been most downloaded with ratings. You can see this one's been downloaded 25.1 thousand times, 17,000 times. It's got a 5-star rating. All of these pianos. And what you do is you download them, put them into your system and save them, and you then load them up in Contact, and they sound great. Not all of them sound great, but a lot of them sound absolutely fantastic. So if you're looking to just really, up your piano library and try lots of different things, they've got so many different things, so many different pianos, some grands, some uprights, all recorded differently in their home, in different spaces. They've got Rhodes. They've got literally anything to do with keys right here on this Piano Book website. It's really, really good. So yeah, I would definitely highly recommend checking that out. Look at all those great pianos. So good. A reel-to-reel tape piano down here. Unbelievable. So good. Okay, so that is my first virtual instrument favorite list, if you will, all to do with pianos. And I hope that that was enjoyable. There's so many other pianos that are out there, and I would love to hear from you as to what your favorite pianos are. If you want to respond in the comments down below, that would be great. If you liked anything that you've seen today, please give this video a like. Please subscribe to the channel. All of that helps this channel out greatly. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time with my next list of favorite virtual instruments. Take care.